Greetings and warm regards to all the dear ones who are members of the Light, Love and Awareness channel, and to those who are working with us to spread awareness to the entire universe. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the presence of the Supreme Being who is here, who is with me, who is within me and guides me. I hope that the content I share in this video will help make your path to awareness easier and smoother, and that together we can help bring about the end of the old system in this world that is falling apart, so that we may enter the golden age sooner. Today's video is about Jupiter's entry after 12 years. It will be in the sign of Leo, meaning it enters the sign of Leo, which corresponds to the month of Mordad, and the effect it has on each zodiac sign. After 12 years, a series of cycles will close, and we will enter another era, a very special era in these 12 years, the likes of which we have never seen before, and can hardly believe what changes and transformations will take place during these 12 years. I want to briefly talk to you about the impact of this energy on different signs. First, Aries. Jupiter, the sign of blessing and abundance, the lucky and fortunate Jupiter, will enter your 5th house. The 5th house is the house of wishes, the house of creativity, the house of love, the house of hope, the house of children. Now, it is possible that the person themselves may become pregnant or get married, or their children may get married or have children, and there will be major positive changes in life, work, career, personal matters, and financial matters for Aries. This Jupiter in the 5th house will bring very positive changes to your life, which are extremely fortunate, and it will place new opportunities and possibilities in your path. You may change your job, something you've had for the past 12 years, or your life may become easier and more comfortable. You might travel more and have better and happier times with family members. Now for Taurus, Jupiter will enter your 4th house. The 4th house is the house. The house is a place where I live, the neighbors, the environment where I find peace, my safe space. Jupiter comes and fills that place with joy, luck, blessings, and abundance for your home. If you have changed your home, it will be much better than it was in the past 12 years. And if you haven't, there is a possibility of moving. There is also a possibility of changing your job. And if you have already moved, you might redecorate your home in a way that makes you more comfortable, so you feel more at ease and secure. Or perhaps your neighborhood environment will change. For example, maybe a neighbor who has bothered you over the past 12 years will move out, and now a new neighbor will come. So you won't have the problems and issues of the past, and you'll have much happier times together. Anything related to your home and living environment. A positive change is coming because Jupiter is the planet of good luck, fortune, abundance, and joy. And the 4th house is a very interesting house. It's the house where Taurus always feels secure, but now positive changes are coming to it, and the things that used to bother you will disappear. This aspect lasts for about a year, almost a year or 13 months, and the changes you see and create during this year will make your next 20 years more blessed and stable. Now for Gemini's Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, luck, abundance, and the infinitely lucky star, is entering your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of short trips, the house of the unknown, the house of relationships with others, the house of your power of speech. If in your work your words are important to you and you make a living or spread awareness through them, music for example, these words will resonate deeply with others. Your words will gain a lot of power and reach, and they will travel far and wide. It is the house of spirituality. If you have started on a spiritual path in recent years, you will grow immensely, even reaching the level of a spiritual master. The inspirations you receive will begin from today and will grow over the course of a year. This means that in whatever profession you are in, you will experience tremendous growth and progress. You will be recognized and you will gain self-confidence. Professions that serve humanity, whatever your job may be, if it is beneficial to society, over the next year, you will become fully established in it and make progress. Financially, it will also bring you a great deal of blessing. The third house is the house of communication, the house of spirituality. If you have any job related to travel, spirituality, technology, commuting, online conversations, the internet, or any kind of online business, these will expand. You will be showcased, you will shine, and a spotlight will be cast on you. Anyone who is a Gemini in these fields will experience tremendous growth. It is the house of inspiration, the third house, the house of all kinds of connections. This connection can even be with the other world, meaning you may receive inspiration or strong evidence. It is possible that you can connect with loved ones who have passed away, or even with extraterrestrials. Over this year, Geminis will receive countless inspirations and much evidence which they can share with others. Gemini is like a radar, someone who receives and gives to the world. So, if you are in these fields, know that you are in the right profession and you can spread awareness to the whole world. Another point is that you may take short trips. You may establish a connection with your higher self, and your third eye may become stronger. For those Geminis who work with nature, these matters will be especially significant for them. Things will become clear for them, connections will be established, and many insights will come to them directly from within themselves, through their own being and their higher self. They will feel and receive this connection, wishing you all the best. Now, for Cancers, Cancer, this star of blessing and good fortune, the star of money and abundance, the star of luck and destiny, is coming to your second house. Where is your second house? The house of money, wealth, assets, and capital. This is the house where you feel abundance and blessings coming to you, both in terms of values and assets. Now, these values could be, for example, gold, or a very high-paying job, or it could be inner values. These are values within you that you come to realize, and through them you can make a living. Many of the funds that were previously blocked, whether in the past 7 years or 12 years, have put a lot of financial pressure on you, haven't they? Now, the way is opening up, and over the next year, money will come to you from various sources. In your life, it's also possible that you might spend a lot, but overall, abundance and blessings will come to your home. Second, abundant money and great financial wealth will flow toward you. And I truly wish you all the very best, dear Cancers. But for you Leos, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the lucky one, the blessed one, the one of immense wealth, luck, and success, is currently residing in your first house. Everything magnificent and prosperous is coming your way in every area of your life. It comes within you like your business card. It brings out your talents. Things that were previously blocked, closed off, or that you didn't believe in yourself, they will shine. And as Leos, people who truly love to be admired, to shine, to be noticed, this time it genuinely comes from within you. That means you no longer need applause and admiration from others. Something you've always been looking at over the past 12 years. Who is noticing me? Who is admiring me? Which is not really a compliment in itself. Where is it happening? I've shown so much worthiness, but it no longer matters to you because worthiness, talent, and merit, all of it, now comes from within you. When you accept yourself, you no longer need anyone to approve or reject you. You no longer seek empty compliments. Instead, you become so strong from within because a new opportunity opens up for you. You fully blossom in a particular field, an art or a hidden talent that you had no inkling you already had within yourself. There's also a possibility that you'll eat a lot of sweets, because when Jupiter is present, there's a tendency to overeat and indulge in too much pleasure. It might happen that even when you're not really hungry, you start eating, possibly sweets. You might really want to keep eating all the time. Just be careful about that. But the thing you really need to watch out for is this sudden moment of shining in the spotlight, this rapidly gaining popularity and fame among the masses. All of this incredible beauty and the overwhelming amount of attention coming your way really shouldn't make you become more arrogant. You must remember that arrogance will only lead you in the completely wrong direction, and eventually people won't want to engage or interact with you at all. You need to set aside your arrogance and then, as a worthy person with a warm heart, make use of this opportunity. Let it be for the advancement of society, for serving humanity, and remember, humility is the key to your success. When you reach higher levels, you shouldn't make anyone jealous or act boastful. Sometimes this issue can be quite intense for some people, wishing the very best for you. But for dear Virgos, when it enters the 12th house, Virgos have truly served enough. In the past 12 years, they haven't seen the results. They've been very withdrawn. There have been many dissatisfactions that they haven't complained about, but overall, it hasn't been pleasant. After the past 12 years, now you are entering a new phase, and I highly recommend that you keep a journal, because this year you will experience spiritual growth. Before, you were preoccupied with others, weren't you? Pleasing others, caring for others, looking after them. You were always considering others, making sure not to upset anyone, but now you want to spend time in your own solitude. Stay within your own boundaries. Be present in your own body so that you can connect with your soul, because this is the time for your spiritual growth. You will receive inspiration. You will become deeply connected to spirituality, get involved with it, and expand the knowledge you have or receive. After this, it is a time for healing from the past, healing from karmas, liberation from ancestral karmas, and as I said, you will reach a very high and elevated level of spiritual growth. If your work involves raising awareness, or if you are a nurse or a doctor, if your job is to serve humanity, in whatever work you do, you are providing incredible service to humanity. This year you will make progress and achieve a lot. That is wonderful, and I truly wish all the very best for you, dear Virgos, as well. But for Libras, this lucky Jupiter, the great planet of joy, happiness, and good fortune, is heading your way, is coming into your 11th house. Where is the 11th house? It's the house of wishes, the house of children, the house of happiness, the house of blessings, the house of possessions, and abundant luck and fortune itself. And this is extremely, infinitely blessed and constructive for Libras. The 11th house is one of the best houses, and Jupiter is the planet of the greatest abundance and blessing. So it enters the house that brings you joy, that brings you delight, things you didn't have before, and you had remained in a state of loneliness and isolation and had become hopeless. You had lost your self-confidence and joy had left your life. It brings all of that back to you. It revives the sound of your laughter that had been forgotten, giving you a whole new birth. You will experience a completely new beginning. From yourself, from your personality, from the life you have. It's possible that your social life and your friends might change and you may completely join a group that brings you happiness and or is like-minded with you, and or they accept you into that group where you feel comfortable, where you feel at home. Your relationships in the past, especially in the last 12 years, haven't been pleasant either. You weren't even satisfied with your group of friends. But all of this, whether at home, in your personal life, at work, individually or emotionally, in general, you had a very hopeless and low energy state, and now it's coming to bring you into more suitable groups, to bring you better friendships with better mindsets, with higher energy levels, and most importantly, like-mindedness, which you didn't have this harmony among your friends, did you? For a long time, it's been bringing all of these things into your life, and happiness, joy, travel, parties, all of these come along with it, wishing the best for you. And dear Libras, I hope Jupiter comes to make up for it, to make up for these past 7 years when, as they say, you were really down, right? Wishing you the best. But for dear Scorpios who have gone through a very tough time, it's now entering your 10th house. This planet of abundance, luck, good fortune, and blessings will fill your 10th house. The 10th house is your house of career, your identity, your status in society, the house that represents what you show to the world. Who am I? What do I do? What is my business card? It comes and completely shines a light on this. It powerfully lifts you up from a surrounding environment that is completely full of heavy doubt and constant failure. It brings you out from the shadows and makes you shine. In this process, you might get a new job or you might change your workplace. It's possible that in such a way that the service you were providing before went completely unnoticed, or you yourself didn't even know what you were doing. Now you find yourself on a path that is right and beneficial for you. It can make you a very dignified person with high character and usefulness, and not as a loser, but as show yourself to society as a winner. Talents that you have overlooked in yourself might suddenly emerge. Your self-confidence will increase, and it's the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one that will continue for the next 30 years. You are entering a phase where you value yourself more. You become invincible. You become aware of your own talents, and you no longer get swayed by other people's opinions. Instead, you develop a kind of stability within yourself, in your character, in your career, and in the faith and belief you gain in yourself. You become steadfast and grow in that, offering the very best of yourself, dear Scorpios. And now, Sagittarians who have gone through many difficult times in the past few years. and they had completely lost touch with their own character and lost their true essence. This fortunate Jupiter, a star of luck, auspiciousness, and abundance, a star that truly brings happiness and joy. This enters your 9th house, the house of travel, a house of journeys that you might take physically. That means you might embark on major journeys, long or even extended trips, or you might change your place of residence, or it might happen at home. You might travel through a podcast, a movie, a book, or music to another world, to other places within others. There is a lot of joy and security there. But you definitely need to travel. Travel is something that has been with you since you were born. These journeys make it so that doors open up for you. Doors that have been completely closed to you for the past 12 years, or that you yourself have closed. Your beliefs might change. It's possible that your entire life philosophy and lifestyle could be turned upside down. At first, it's a shock, but then you feel calm. You feel a sense of familiarity, a sense of security. You say, this is my home, this is the lifestyle I want to live. And for years I had forgotten what laughter means, what happiness means, what life means. It's wonderful. I'm truly happy for you. You feel lighter, you become more pleasant than before, more good-natured than before. You come into harmony with yourself, and it's truly beautiful when a person brings out their true self and shows who they really are by nature. There's a possibility that very good and fortunate events will happen for you, or that new relationships will form, whether it's during these trips you take, or in these encounters and gatherings, or in social gatherings. You connect and establish relationships with people who are truly necessary for you, and you feel at peace with them. You feel a sense of like-mindedness, you feel comfortable. And if during this time you feel that a belief you've held since childhood, a philosophy you've accepted, or a political party you've supported, or a religion you've had faith in, if you feel it is fading away, know that it's time to let go. Let go of what needs to go, because it no longer serves you, and maybe you will become a different person. And a year from now, after going through these experiences, you will come out the other side and find yourself. And you'll see that all the wisdom, all the knowledge has always been within you while you were searching for it outside yourself. There is a possibility of meeting a spiritual teacher, or if you've been working in this field for years, there's a chance for you to be promoted. You could open your own institute, start your own podcast, and share awareness with others. Wishing the very best for you, dear Sagittarians. But dear Capricorns, I know you've been through a lot. I know it's been very hard, especially over the past 19 years, and particularly since 2020, it's been extremely tough. And as a Capricorn who has always been responsible, you don't cry, you don't complain, you keep everything inside and are always focused on your responsibilities. But now, it's time for inner healing. It's coming for you. You're starting to hear the voice of your inner child, the part of you that you silenced since childhood, telling it, now is not your time. I have work to do. I have duties. I have responsibilities. This year, that will change for you. This year, your laughter will matter to you. Rest will be important to you. This year, you will pay attention to your spiritual, physical, material, and emotional needs. And you'll say, I want to put myself first for once. The financial issue where no matter how much you work, it doesn't matter how much you earn. At the end of the month, you still have no money, no savings. The future has been a source of worry for you. All of this will disappear because the 8th house is the house of other people's money, sharing in other people's wealth. This could come through inheritance, or it could be through gifts from certain relatives like your mother, grandmother, grandfather, father, or other family members who pass something on to you. It might be an inheritance. It might be that you find an excellent financial partner, so your physical labor no longer matters. The important thing is that they have money. They work themselves and bring in money. This is an upgrade in your financial situation. You find this, and then you have the opportunity to focus on yourself and your emotional and physical needs. Make sure to definitely pay attention to issues like bone structure or high blood pressure or any kind of issue, for example, related to dental or bone structure. Definitely see a doctor about your skeleton because you have worked very hard in the past and you might, for example, have back pain or other issues. This year gives you the opportunity to treat yourself and find an inner happiness. It is very auspicious. Starting from today, from right now, it will begin. You might get a second job or you might find a new partner, someone who can help you a lot financially, or you might pay off previous debts. Definitely within this year, your debts will be reduced to zero. If you have any, and you will be accumulating capital that will be enough for your next 20 years. And learn that when you are upset, you can share this with those who love you, confide in them. Learn that if you have sorrow, your friends are always there for you, just as you have always been there for others. Let this out of yourself. Holding on to past sorrow and silencing your inner child leads to unhappiness. It manifests physically, and this is something you need to learn. This year, and I say it again, Jupiter is coming to heal you from the inside and out, and it will bring you much happiness. It is very good. Wishing all the best for you, dear Capricorns, and for the Aquariuses, my dear Aquariuses, who have been lost for years, who have been in isolation for years, who have been searching for themselves for years. They're searching for something, but they don't know what it is. But they know it's within themselves and it needs to come out. This is the year for it to come out, but it's possible that this emergence won't be from within you. Rather, it might happen by finding a companion, by having a good partner. Many of you have had partnership issues, haven't you, in recent years? Or have you had problems with your home? Or have you had issues with your place of residence? Or have you had problems being understood by your partner? Or have you experienced any kind of lack of a partner? Any kind of issue that in the past 12 years has existed now turns into a blessing that comes to your home through a partner, that is, through married life or a shared work life with a partner. Previously, you were working alone. Now, if you get a work partner, it will help you immensely in your career advancement. And if you have had problems with your spouse in your married life, now give it a second chance. This second chance can completely turn your life around. It is possible. For example, someone may have lived with another person for about 12 or 20 years, and then they decided to separate, and this separation and these things that have happened over the past 2 years have caused you to no longer be. You are not the same person you were 2 years ago, and your partner is not the same person they were 2 years ago either. But if you are aligned with each other, you can get back together. A truly profound and very deep, incredibly beautiful, and a deeply spiritual relationship can eventually be formed between two people. If you don't have such a situation, you will reach a stable state with a new partner, someone you either hadn't found yet or things weren't stable with before, and you will experience endless joys from this partnership. Feelings, You feel calm. You feel like the music of your life has become more blessed, happier, more peaceful, and that chaos is gone. That mental clutter, the mess in your mind and your life, where everything was tangled up. What should I do? Where should I go? What about my future? All of those things find a kind of peace, and a kind of self-confidence emerges from within you that gives you peace. A calmness that you never had before, even I would say with the same previous partner, but this time everything changes completely. Something enters your life that makes you see the future more positively. You move away from confusion and helplessness. Outside is very good. It's a very positive aspect. Starting today, from the very 1st of July, it begins. New people will enter your life who are very good for you. Now, it could be emotional, romantic, financial, or a business partner. Any new person who comes into your life will bring you blessings. Most of your previous friendships will fade away, except for those who have proven themselves, and they will stay. Maybe a few of them, the rest will step aside, and the sense of camaraderie that hasn't existed between you and others in recent years is now forming. Now you are finding your companions, you are finding like-minded people, you are finding your group, you are settling yourself into the seat you had lost. Previously, the best was ahead for you, dear Aquarians. I hope this year will be your best year, because I know you have gone through a lot of hardships in recent years, and now for dear Pisces as well. This lucky, fortunate Jupiter, the planet of happiness and prosperity, is coming into your 6th house, the house of Leo, your 6th house. The 6th house is the house of work, the house of domestic animals. For example, if you had a pet like a dog, cat, or rabbit, anything you have as a domestic animal at home, when you think deeply regarding the unique kind of emotional connection you form with that special animal. And then, when thinking about professional work matters, it truly brings a profound sense of structured order and a lasting calm that you simply didn't have at all before. Meaning, if your job was stressful, if you didn't have much authority, if someone else was always telling you what to do, or things weren't clear, like, where am I even going in the future? Where do I want to take my career? All of these things over the course of this year will open up new paths for you. It will answer your questions and solve your problems. It's very calming, and at home it brings health. A home where your nutrition improves, a home that helps if you have any physical issues, or if you've developed any mental issues. You find healing, you find peace, and you realize that all of this was actually due to stress, and that there was no truly serious illness. Or with a sudden arrival, it could be a child, it could be a pet, it could be a new partner. You find a kind of calm that you never had before. A kind of happiness from a sense of purpose. Now I know why I am living. Now I have a goal for this. Now I have peace. A peace that you haven't had for years. All of this comes so that it brings you happiness and peace, but you also have to help yourself. For example, if you go to a sports class or a yoga class or even a dance class, these will help you to heal faster. Or instead of the doctor you used to see if you have a problem, a physical problem, go and change your doctor and you'll see that there was actually no problem. Those previous issues didn't exist at all. No danger is threatening your life at all. In fact, everything was coming from stress, from insecurity, and now you will feel secure in the work you do, in the place where you live, with the person you live with. All of these things for you make life easier for your soul. It leads you to be more productive, to earn more money, and to have more enthusiasm for life. Wishing the very best for my dear Pisces, my beloved 12th sign. I hope that all blessings and abundance come into your life. Whoever hears my voice, may your life be filled with joy, peace, laughter, dance, and high energy. If you don't keep your energy high, we won't benefit from this planet Jupiter. It's pouring down, it's coming down like rain, showering us with blessings, but I have to go outside and receive them. Wishing you the very best. I kiss all your hearts and entrust you to my great God. We will see each other again.